Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Terrell. Yes, I know. These people. These people just say anything about anything. All it is and it. Let's see. Smoking idiot. What's the matter, baby? Hmm? You all right, football? What's the matter? Okay? All right, baby. Oh, my dear. Hey, Paige, how you doing? Okie doke. I'm all ears. That's crazy. All right, sweetie, no problem. Nothing good, to be honest. He feels disgraced. He feels like there's gonna be more delays. He feels insecure. He's not happy. He thinks that you're gonna end up breaking up with him or like getting rid of him and just go about your business. He's gonna end up feeling like lonely and saying, I can't deal with this shit anymore. And then he's just gonna be like, he's all in his head right now. Right now, he just feels like he should be alone and not be with anybody. Like he's mentally trying to escape his mind because his past is still haunting him. He feels things are very difficult, very hard, and he's depressed right now. And he just wishes like sometimes it'll all just go away. That's what he feels like, which is pretty much what I would expect. No, I didn't say nothing like that. No, no, no. I don't see. He's not happy. He was not happy with it. You're asking me. How is he? What do I pick up? Him seeing your face, and seeing you there, and he feels like he feels like because the other girl was here, right? That he feels like it's a disgrace, and he feels like he feels insecure. He feels like you're gonna be like, fuck that, and I'm out of here. He feels depressed. He feels difficult. I mean, I don't get no happiness here at all. Like, he saw you, and he knows that you knew the other girl was there. Yeah, so he feels like he can't get rid of that evil person. He can't get rid of that person. He feels weak. He feels insecure. He just like he stays quiet. He's not going to say anything. Yeah, exactly. So now he feels unhappy. He feels lonely. He feels like you're going to cancel out on him and break things off with him and just go about your business. So mentally, he's confused. And mentally, he's like, going to retreat and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. That's how he feels. Well, that's if he hasn't done it all this time, Paige, he's never going to do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. But I'm just telling you the truth, like, he feels depressed right now because he's been tricked in the past. So he can't get rid of his past. He's never gonna like get to the point where he's gonna do it. And if he doesn't get to that point, then he's probably gonna say, look, you need to go your way, I go my way, because I just can't deal with this shit anymore. That's what I got. That's what the card's saying to me. I got all bad cards here. There's nothing good. Well, you've been saying that for how long now, Paige? And it ain't changed. And some people don't change because they don't want to, you know? Oh, that's the thing. You gotta ask yourself that. Do you want to be with somebody like that, or do you want less drama and not deal with it at all? I mean, I understand that's your man, and you want to be with him and all that stuff, but if he's not gonna make the sacrifice for you and himself, then what does that say about him? So like, I'm not trying to diss him or anything, but if this has been going on for a long time and it hasn't changed now, then when is it gonna change? And how long are you gonna stay and deal with the bullshit? Oh, that's what you've been saying all this time about him. That's what you want him, and then I always see that he's not gonna make the leap. Like he's not gonna do it. Mm. You know what? Now that he like now that you guys now that he saw both of you in the same place at the same time, and now that he did what he did, he saw you, he knew she was there. He probably knows you saw her there, right? It's like he's saying to himself right now, I need to I need to either go one way or the other. It's almost like I'm getting here. He wants to resolve the problem. He wants to come to a conclusion, but he doesn't know whether or not he should just be friends with everybody and just go about his business because that's the only benefit he's going to get out of anything. But he looks at you as, his world, but he's gonna, I think he's gonna make like an attempt probably, but I don't know. Right, exactly. So he like, I think he's going to, you know, yeah, right. And that's the thing, like, he can't, at the end of the day, he can't control that woman to a certain extent. Like people, when you can't, like, I mean, I understand where he's coming from in a way, but when you have somebody like that chick that doesn't give a fuck and can get away with it until she can get away with it. Some people just don't give up. Some people are just like meant to be evil all their life. They never changes, you know? But well, that's up to you if you feel like it's gonna make a difference. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, right? Now that he's seen you, he saw you, now that he saw you at the game and then he probably didn't see you at the end, don't you think he should be texting you? That's my question to you. Why are you going to send him an uplifting text if he's your man? He should be calling you or texting you saying, yo, I saw you at the game, but at the end I didn't see you. Like, are you okay? I know you probably saw that weirdo there, but you know, I can't do anything about it right now or whatever. You shouldn't have to be like uplifting texting him. He should be the one calling you or texting you saying, hey, why you leave? Well, I'm telling you my opinion without cards. Like that's the man thing to do. If you're calling him your man and he's a man and he needs to fucking start acting like it, don't you think? I'm saying I don't understand how you women deal with these guys like this. Like I'm not judging you or anything. I'm just saying like I don't think see like this is like some fucking Young and the Restless shit. He should be like, hey, where you at? Like why you leave? I wanted to see you after the game or shit like that. Right, hell yeah. But even say that's common sense. Fuck that. I wouldn't tax him at all. To let him know that you're fucking pissed and you're not dealing with that shit. If he really loves you and he's your man, he should be fucking taxing you. Yo, where you at? Where'd you go? Like I know why you left, probably was because of her, but fuck. Like whatever. I'm getting no. It says no, don't tax him. It says to leave him in suspense. Leave him in suspense and further delay the communication. It's saying that don't do it. But you do whatever you want. But it's saying no. I got no twice. It's saying don't tax him. Right. That's why I didn't that's common sense, sweetheart. Like, you know. Oh, that's the thing. If you keep it like, I don't know, like I don't that's just like crazy shit. Well, that's the thing. I think he needs to clarify what's going on. If he saw you, he should be taxing you. They got their phones when they go out in the back. in halftime and they got it at full time when the game's finished, you can go right on your phone. Your phone's right in your locker. You can say, "Hey, yo, where you at? Why you leave?" If that's your man. I know if you was my woman and I saw you at the game and I didn't see you at the end, I'd be worried. I'd be like, "Fuck, I hope she didn't leave." Or I hope she's not mad at me because the stupid bitch is here or something like that. Or I make sure, like, I talk to security and say, "Hey, look, make sure my girl's all right, yo." Like, I don't understand how you women deal with these fucking guys. I don't know. I think real manhood is lost in this world. I really do. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only man fucking left on this earth. I don't know. I think guys lost their balls a long time ago and just have a dick left. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You've made yourself known, right? And if he really loves you and really cares about you and calls you his woman, then he should be hollering at you. He should be talking to you about why. Thanks for coming to the game, Paige. You look great, by the way. You look beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And why you leave? I wanted to see you after. So I was looking for you, but you was gone. Well, that's the thing. That's just my personal opinion. I guess that's I guess my version of being a man is different from others, I guess. But like that's my opinion. Like I don't understand these fucking guys. I really do. That shit actually pisses me off, to be honest. If I had some stalker type chick and I was in his predicament, I would have been dealt with that shit. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's the thing. If you were relevant, he would have been called you by now, in my opinion. There's no excuse for that shit. It's either you're with me or you're not, and you don't choose other people over me if you're with me. I don't know. I don't understand that. But that's been happening a lot lately. I know a lot of guys who are like, they say they love their girls and they say they love their wives and they say they love their kids, but they never show anything. Actions speak louder than words. So if you ain't showing no action, your words are useless. The power of your word can make people delusional, but your actions are a whole nother ball game. Like saying you love somebody and showing you love somebody is two different things. I can tell you I'm a psychic, but if I don't prove it, then I'm not, right? So I can come on here and say, yeah, I'm a medium. I see spirits, I do cards, and I'm wrong every fucking time. Everybody like this person, their actions, they say they are, but their actions are trashy. And this guy ain't no fucking psychic. He's a joke, right? Same difference. Oh, exactly. But if he hasn't dealt with it all this time, this has been going on for how long now? Months, Lord knows. But I've heard you talk about this for a while. So if it hasn't been resolved now, then it's because one, he doesn't want it to be resolved. Two, he doesn't know how to resolve it. Or three, he just doesn't give a fuck. That's my opinion. But a lot of people are waking up. Trust me when I tell you, a lot of people are seeing who they really are in love with. Like my little finger. Right, there you go. See? Well, that's it. Or like, you know what? If that was me, to be honest, if I would have saw you, I would have ran right in the stands to you, ran right up to you, kissed you, talked to you right there before I ran into halftime, just to show her like, yeah, this is my woman. I ain't worried about you, sweetheart. I'm gonna irritate her so much and show her like, you nothing you can do because this is my woman right here. So that's what I would do. That's what I've done in the past anyway. That's what I do. I've done it before. I remember when I left my ex one time when I was a DJ like years ago when I was like 20 something. I was like 28, 29 maybe. And I broke up with one chick and I started dating this other girl. And we guys went out and she saw us together and she flipped. She was so mad. She was like, this guy left me last week and he's got another girl already. So I wasn't really dating a girl. We were kind of cool, like, She just wanted to get away because she had just broke up with her man. So we was like, fuck it, let's go out together. And she was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And I was like, look, she's like, oh, that's your ex right there. I was like, yep. So she started, hugging me and all that shit in front of her and pissing her off even more. But I was cool with it. I did what I had to do, So that's the thing. Like, it's if you like do shit like that, I think if he would have came up to you during the game and saw you and be like, hey, come here, like, and tell security, look, this is my girl, like, and he like give you a little kiss or something like that right in front of her, she probably would have got pissed and been like, oh yeah, I'm done. Oh no, I mean, everybody has crazy people in their life, Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Oh, that's the thing. The best thing I did was make peace. Like I said last night in Becca's live, I just made peace with her. That's all. Because sometimes if you block people, it's the worst thing you can do sometimes because then they'll just create another account, another fake profile. So then you're always worried about who it is and what they're doing. And even if you do, like you unblock them and then you just get the point across, and eventually they'll leave you alone, or eventually they'll be like, okay, I know I can't have them, so fuck it. Yeah, exactly. Blocking ain't gonna stop. I already tried that too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And blocking ain't gonna stop. And if you do allow the person to be around, like I have, then they can still create another profile and try and trick you. You see what I'm saying? So it's a never ending story until they actually let it go. So I got her to a point where she actually let it go. Whereas now we could be civilized and be friends and be, have a conversation and have a friendship conversation. So I had to get, after years and years and years, I finally got to a point where, it's peaceful and it's nice. It's actually cool to be. I mean, even though I shouldn't, even that, but you see, the thing is like sometimes with crazy people, you just gotta like, let them be in your life to a certain extent, but you don't entertain it. You don't feed it. You just stay there. And if they can see you and they can like, see your page or see what you're up to, that's all they really want because it'll drive them crazy if they don't. So you're right. I'm better off just having the peace than have them stalk me, irritate me, annoy me, or fuck up my life. So that's the conclusion I've come to many times. Is I'm better off just, leaving it in a peaceful, humble way. Make the point known that, you're not going to be back in my life ever. So, but you can be my friend, But I'm telling them that, but really I'm not their friend. I'm just, your social media friend right now. That's all I am, and that's all you will be ever. But that's how I maintain the peace with myself because I know deep down inside I'm not gonna deal with it. Her hopes can stay up and not mine. Hell no. Once I'm done, I'm done. Yeah, I understand all of that. Yeah, you know. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I'm saying he could have been solved the problem. He could have like I said, if he was a I don't know, I'm not gonna judge him because I don't know him. But to me, if I was him and if I'm him and I'm in the situation he's in, it would have been done by now. But he had the perfect opportunity today to say, okay, I'm gonna go up to her, I'm gonna give her a kiss, tell her how good she looks, make sure security has her back, and I hopefully this other psychopath sees me do it, and then she leaves, or she like leaves me alone because she knows I'm dedicated to Paige. So like by doing that, you make it known that I'm with her and I don't care about you. So that, yeah, exactly. That's the move that I would do personally. But I'm not him and he's not me. But me personally, if I was in that situation, that's what I'd do. Because I do shit like that. If I want to make it known that I'm with somebody, I'm gonna show you I'm with somebody. I'm not gonna just say it. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. Even though she was there, she didn't like, affect you in any way. She didn't put her hands on you. She didn't say, "Hey bitch, I'm here," she just showed herself. So that's why like sometimes they'll say they're not there because they're not even in your energy. There's no energy exchange. That's why some psychics, say she was there and say she's not there, and because there's no energy exchange. If there's no energy exchange, then there's like it's hard to really read that type of stuff. Sometimes I'm not justifying people's readings or even mine, but that's just how it is sometimes. If there is no like eye contact and energy exchange, man, like you weren't standing across each other and going, "Yo, bitch," like that's the thing. Like, right, exactly, right. Oh, that's the thing. See, that's it's just her. See, she's going to her presence there, and you knowing she's there is good enough for her. She just wants you to see, like, yeah, I'm not going away. But obviously, he couldn't go up there to go see her, but he could have came and saw you. If you had almost floor seats, then he could have came to you. He could have told security, "Yo, this is my girl," because his plan there. Yeah, you should have. See, that's just fucking. That's weird. See, I'm not like that. I can't do that. If my girl's looking banging on and I can see her and I can walk up to her on my way to halftime to the locker room, hell yeah, I'm going up to her. I'm like, hey baby, you know, little smooch smooch. Give me some luck for second half. You know, I want to hear you in the background. Come on, baby, you can do it. Shoot that three, baby. You know that shit. That's cool. I can handle that. Oh man, I don't know what's wrong with these guys. I don't know. They need some Marky Mark training. That's what they need. They need some Marky Marks training on how to be a real G. I don't know. I just can't deal with guys like that. That's why I probably don't have a woman, because women aren't used to guys like that. They just want to deal with these lames and deal with guys that don't show no affection and no action. Well, I mean, that could also, like, you know, if he is looking at you right now, he might be saying, she's playing, she's like, she's mad at me, obviously, because she probably sees the other. Well, he probably didn't even know she's there. I don't know if he does know or does know. But at the end of the day, if you're together, then you should show it no matter what. I don't know. I don't know what runs through these people's minds, but yeah, I agree. I would say leave him in suspense, and you did your part. You went to the game, right? You went to support him. You did your part. So he should be hollering at you saying, hey, thanks for coming to the game. I saw you. I was looking for you afterwards. You weren't there. I understand if you're back, irritated because the other dodo was there, yada, yada, yada. I think it's, if this was me and this happened and you left, and I'd be pissed if you were gone. I'd be calling you right away. I'd be like, yo, where you at? Like, you okay? Did anything happen? Like, not even checking up on you. That's fucked up. To me, that's just like that's some wankster shit. That's why I don't know. I think people will have to analyze. I think people need to analyze, like, what you really want in a relationship. I think that's what a lot of people need to analyze going into next year. And if you allow it to drag out, sometimes you regret it in the end. If you're waiting for it to change, sometimes it'll never change. And if you're waiting for it to change and it does, then for how long? And then if it does go better, then you waited for the right reasons and it did get it to a positive place. So there's so many things and ways it can go. It can go positive, it can go negative, it can stay neutral, and it can drive you fucking nuts. But I just think that people have this thing where they think it's just gonna change overnight. Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's still, the ball stood in his court at the end of the day. And I think that you shouldn't say anything to him. And I think that he should be the one that, communicates next. And for the reason is because you've already shown your face at the game. You went to support him. So if you holler at him now or before he does, that just makes you look like an idiot, really, because you're still going after somebody who like hasn't even checked up on you, and he saw you today, like, like, what the fuck? Like, that's just some whack shit, to be honest. Like, you shouldn't be going through that. Oh, stick to your word. I know you're saying that, but stick to it, because that's the only way it's going to change, if you stick to your word. Well, that's what you're hoping if it's going to do, right? But whether or not it happens, it's still up to him. So, well, that's the thing. It is, like I said. Yeah, I mean, I don't want no women out here getting disrespected by no guys, and I don't want no guys being disrespected by no women either. But at the end of the day, I think we need to use our common sense and say, this isn't right. And how am I gonna keep living like this? You got to put your foot down some point in time. You got to say, I've had enough. I'm not gonna say nothing. Silence is golden. Like, you stay silent, then you'll really see who the fuck's your friend and who's your man and who's not. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you like say nothing and nothing gets done, then you get your no answer is an answer. It's like I always say. I've been saying that for years now. No answer is an answer. So if you are gonna sit here and wait for an answer and you don't get it, then that is your answer. It's fucking nothing. Because love ain't supposed to hurt. Love ain't supposed to be like that. You got me? That's just my opinion. That's why I'm single. And that's why I'm going to stay single until I can trust somebody as far as I can throw them. So, fuck that. I ain't dealing with that shit. Friends, family, workmates, clients, I don't give a shit. I don't care who you are. You ain't showing me no respect. Goodbye. I ain't dealing with you. Goodbye. I'm tired of dealing with stupid fucking people. And it's getting 2023 soon. I'm definitely not dealing with no bullshit. But that's the same. But if you want to get rid of your ex, he had the perfect chance to, like, destroy her hopes by going up to you, addressing you, kissing you, hugging you, or something, or like, doing something, even acknowledging you at the game. If he ain't acknowledging you, that's kind of telling you something, in my opinion. Like, you can't be making excuses for him, because that is no excuse. That's like the perfect opportunity to not deal with the law. You deal with it through love. Love conquers all. So if he doesn't know that by now, then I think it's time to, like, analyze what you got to do next for yourself. But hey, that's me. I would do that, but he's not me and I'm not him, like I said. And you're not the only one who deals with that bullshit. Well, time will tell, Paige. Time will tell. Time will tell if he's going to deal with it or not. Time will tell. But in the meantime, I would stay silent. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't even say nothing to him until he contacts you first. because that's some bullshit. You're just getting stringed along for nothing, and you don't deserve that. So try not to be strung along too much longer. Just know your worth and just stay behind the scenes until you get the answers you need. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Today you showed that you care. You went to go to the game. You showed your face. You got doled up. You showed them, hey, look, you see the prize, yo? You see what you can have? You know, I'm here. I'm here supporting your ass. And if you're not acknowledging me, then that's fucked up. Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Some people are delusional and they stay that way and they just keep, what it is the delusional people try to get you out of the picture. They try to make it so hard for you to stay that you just give up and go. And then when you give up and go, even if they don't get him, even if she doesn't get him, she still accomplished her goal by you not being with him. You see, so if she can do that, then that's better for her. Even though she's not getting him, she's getting you away from him. So that makes her feel better that she destroyed something that, so that makes her feel good. Well, see, that's the thing. That's your analysis of her, but her analysis of you is mutual. But if the only person that can solve it is him, Luther's the only one that can solve this problem, and he had a chance to, put a few daggers in her heart if he would have went up to you and did what he did. Because I know sure as hell I would have, and a lot of fucking real men would have done that shit. You would have been like, yeah, this hood's here acting crazy. All right, well, look, I'm gonna go up to my girl. I'll even take a fucking selfie with you at the game. I would have took a selfie with you. I would have kissed you. I would have hugged you. I would have hollered to security team. What, you need anything? You need a drink? Yo, waiter, can I get my girl a drink? That's how I'll be boarding. That's how I treat my women, Sometimes it don't get me nowhere though. Sometimes the more I do, the less I get. That's happened the last time, and the last time, and the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that, and probably the time before that. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's why he should have been, going toward you to like make the point, get the point across. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm just telling you what I would do, but not necessarily people would do it or go by or so do it, because some people just think that it's going to change. But the only way you could change it is by doing nothing. The change will occur when you do nothing. If you keep like putting in your 2 cents or keep like making communication, then the person is going to entertain you, but not really like care enough to change. So some people need to lose things in order to gain it back. So by you being silent and step back and just like say, all right, I'm had enough now. This ain't going on no longer than this. This is fuck. I'm done. I'm definitely had enough. Well, men have ruined reputations for real men. That's the problem. That's why it's so hard for a real man to find a real woman, because some of these stupid women that are nasty hoes and do nasty shit make it harder for a real woman to find a real man. And the shitty men, the weak men, make it hard for a real man to succeed, because people are always looking at somebody in a negative way because they've been dealing with negative shit and negative men, negative women. Hey Barb, how you doing? How's your Sunday going? But like I said earlier, I don't even know who these men are. They're not even real men. Like I said, they left their balls at home. Because I don't understand men anymore. I really don't. Like, there's nobody, these men and women, they don't have no morals, no values. They don't care. They don't give a shit. They don't even know what love is. Some of them don't even know how to spell love. But a lot of people are all talk these days. See, and another reason why people have a shitty relationship, because they go on their phones all day. They get on their phone and they go like this. Hi, oh well, you told me this and you told me that, and this is not a relationship. When you're on your fucking phone all day, that's then talking and texting, that's not a relationship. That's a virtual argument. That's a virtual relationship. Like that shit has gotta go. You gotta pick up your phone and go like this. Hey baby, how you doing? Yeah, okay, yeah, well, no, I'm not texting you. Fuck that. I want to hear your voice. I want to talk to you. I want to say shit. Like that. That's no. Or like when I was younger, we didn't have a cell phone. There was no texting. There was a pager. The first form of communication besides a phone was a pager. You page the person and then they call you. That's what the first texting method there was. Hey Mike, what's up, bro? I remember I had a pager very briefly. And I used to get paged the number and I'll see the number and say, oh yeah, that's my girl. I'll call her, hey baby, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Even when I got into texting, I still use the voice message, the voice note. I don't text no girl. If I date a girl, if I'm dating a woman, I'm never texting that woman. No. That shit don't work with me. I don't text fucks. If you're my girl, my woman, I'm not texting nothing. I'm calling you, I'm voice noting you. I want to hear your voice and you need to hear my voice. We're not going to sit there and I'm not going to put my glasses on every fucking time and look at my phone and text you constantly. That's bullshit. That's little kids love. That ain't no man and woman love, yo. No. That's what I tell a lot of my friends. You know why your relationship's all fucked up? Because you text bullshit all day. Texting is not emotions. Texting is not feelings. Texting is not action. Texting is the idiot way out. And you can take that however you want. I don't care. But that's not a woman and a man, a womanly and manly thing to do when you're in a relationship, is text your partner all fucking day. Are you kidding me right now? What fucking world you live in? And don't tell me that's how the world is now. No, it ain't. That's why there's more divorces than there is marriages. And that's why there's so many breakups and so much bullshit, because people are sitting there and not expressing themselves and not talking. They're texting. So you're running away from your problems from day one. Yeah, I think it did. Like I said, at the end of the game, he was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is bullshit. She's gone. But, or at least they won. But hopefully, you get you get that text and he explains himself or he sees what's going on. But I would not even talk to him until that happens. Yeah, you damn right, Barb. Some need help, not a relationship, because people's relationships these days are pathetic because you sit there and text the person all day. I don't know how people can live with themselves. That's one thing I hated. In all my relationships that have been texting, I can't deal with that. I'll call. I remember one time one of my exes used to text me, and I'll be like, where you at? Oh, I'm walking down the street this way and that way. I said, well, call me because I'm not texting nobody. I'm working. Oh well, I don't want to call you. I said, well then don't talk to me if you don't want to call me. When you're ready to call me because I'm not texting you. I'm not fucking stopping work just to get wash my hands because I'm dirty and text you a whole heap of shit. And then some things like you forget how you spell shit. Then you're sending shit and then it's spelling something else for you. Like, oh, that shit's just whack. You know, I like this day and age is like not my type of relationship. That's not a relationship goal for me. Is texting my partner all day, every day. Sometimes, yes, you can text, but not all day, every day. And you shouldn't be talking to your partner all day anyway. So that way when you come home, you have something to talk about, like talk about your day, talk about how everything was. You ain't gotta talk to your partner all fucking day. What world you live in? Work and shut up. When you get home, then you talk. Talk over dinner, make dinner with each other, talk to each other. What the fuck happened to these people in this world? I don't understand it, man. It pisses me off. Like if so many people say, oh, well, I don't know, this person loves me or this person this, like that's because you don't know what love is. You're fucking taxing all day. How the fuck you supposed to feel love if you're taxing? Explain that to me. How are you supposed to feel love if you're taxing all day? But Mark, this is the way it is. No, it isn't. That's because you're with a wankster that don't know what he's doing. Or you're with some dumb bitch that just wants to tax you all day because she ain't got no life. They don't tell me. If you're over 40 years old, you should not be taxing nobody. If you're younger than that, then that's your world probably. But that's not my world. And anybody who's my age knows that what I'm saying is true. You don't want that shit. That's bullshit life. Well, stick to your word, Paige. That's all. That's my advice. Stick to your word, and if you stick to your word, and nothing happens, and it doesn't resolve itself, he doesn't resolve the issues, then that's your answer to move on. That's my opinion. But if he, contacts you and tells you it's gonna happen or this is gonna happen, then see how it all pans out. Until you get your answer, then doesn't make sense dealing with him. I've always been like a non-taxer and just be like I'm the type of person I'll FaceTime you, video chat you, things like that. But I'm not taxing nobody. That's not happening. I ain't sitting there taxing all damn day. Even when I do readings for people, I tell them, look, can we do a video chat because I'd rather see you and talk to you because I ain't got no time to be texting you a whole pile of shit. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to show myself. All right, well, look, I'm gonna voice note you. Oh, but I don't want you to hear my voice. Okay, cool. But you're gonna hear mine because I'm not gonna do a reading like that. I'm not gonna sit there and type everything out. That's gonna fuck the reading up because I can't be shuffling cards and texting you at the same time. So people say, okay, yeah, sure, you can voice note me. I know your see, look, this is the snoring that I have to deal with. That scared the living shit out of me just now. Yo, hey, really? You snore at night, okay? Then I'm off of YouTube. These people probably think that I'm letting off gas or something. Or there's some like spirit snoring in my damn room, yeah? Calm your ass down. You heard how loud she was? Like that's like ridiculous. She's so funny. She's so cute. I wish you guys can see her, but I don't want to like I have to move like my whole chair. But she's literally right behind me, again, like snoring like crazy. Hey, Bronny, how you doing? Diamond is a sweetheart, I tell you. She's something else. Yeah, she's a beautiful dog, but her snoring has gotten worse and worse. OMG. Wow. That was loud just now. That scared the hell out of me. I was like, what the fuck is that? I thought it was something because I got my door open, right? I'm thinking something's outside. I forgot she was in there. All right, today I'm doing spirit messages, so I'll give you a spirit message. It's Sunday. Oh boy. Gotta love her. All right. This is a postcard from Spirit, and it says, "You are magical." And this card says, "Dear Brownie, you are in such good shape right now that we are all happy, and we are doing a happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice to get with Spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where all this is all going. But if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, are your dominant thought? Blah, blah, blah. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by yourself? Get rid of negative energy now. Resentments be gone. Forgiveness and love enter. Please. You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment. Aren't you thrilled to know you have a huge cheering section over here in Spirit? Love and hugs always." Oh, thanks, Barb. Yeah, I haven't worn this hat forever. I probably wore it like twice. This is probably like my third time I wore it. It's like it's all socks. Like it's Red Sox hat. So, yeah. So there you go, Bronny. They are saying, that everybody in Spirit's cheering for you. And you know who is cheering for you and who's making sure that you're in the now. Barb, would you like a message, sweetie? Yes, it is. Yes, I did watch the World Cup. It was probably one of the best games I've ever watched. Even though the result wasn't the result I wanted. But I'm happy for Argentina. That's cool. They played very well. France played very well. They both deserved it. But like you say, the ball goes in the net. If it doesn't go in the net, then you don't win. But the Argentinian goalkeeper was, to me, he was like the man. He was the man. He once again saved his team. But he's a weirdo. In the end, he did some dumb shit. But he's people are like, sometimes they get carried away. But that's like the third time they've saved him. So I think he deserves a lot of credit. He deserves a lot of credit. All right, Barb, let's see what we got for you. No. Because doing gestures like that can get you locked up out in that place. Like you're not supposed to be doing that shit in public. But because that was like a moment, I guess they probably let it slide. But he might get fined for that, or when they rewind the tape and see that shit, it's not a good thing to do. And plus, you got all these kids watching. Like, where is your mind when you do stupid shit like that? But some people just don't care. They're just stupid. Like, stupid people do stupid things with no consequences. All right, Barb. This card says you are divine beauty. And this card says, Dear Barb, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential in being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you allow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer in your favor. Affirmative, we say. Loving you so much over here in spirit. Change my flight to leave tomorrow. I'm not flying back. Yeah. Well, there you go, Paige. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, I use these cards often. I use them on Sundays when I'm on here or on Instagram. So I've had these for a while. They're called Postcards from Spirit. I like to switch up the decks. I don't like to use the same deck all the time, but I used this earlier. I came on early this morning. I came on live, 10 o'clock my time. So I used these earlier today and I'm using them again. I actually pulled that card just now for Barb. I pulled it for somebody else. The exact same card. But this deck was gifted to me by my friend. So I always use it. It's a really nice deck. It's really cool. I like to use spirit decks on Sundays. Oh, cool. Hopefully it went well. You're welcome. We were just talking about him yesterday. I can't remember what I told you about that. I think I told you that he might text you and ask you, or might contact you and ask you if you want to go for a coffee or something. I think it was him I told you. I don't know. I can't remember. I've had a lot to think about today. Yeah, I'm sure he will eventually. He probably will. He's probably like, feeling you out type of vibe, seeing what's going on. Yeah, sure. Okay. No problem. Paige, you here? You want a spirit message? Or you good? I had ice cream with my nephew tonight, and I had cookies and cream, and it was so good. Like I've never been like a huge ice cream person, but like my nephews are like love ice cream, so I've been eating ice cream, and they go, I'll get like 2 scoops or whatever, and I had the same thing as my nephews. I said, y'all get cookies and cream. It was like I don't know what it is, but like that, like every time I eat from that place, it's like the ice cream is always like immaculate. It's always like on the bomb. So I always people always say if you eat ice cream before you go to sleep or before you like a couple hours before you go to sleep, you have crazy dreams. So I might be dreaming again tonight. Okay, Barb, no problem, sweetie. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing week. Okay. Yes, I just got it. Bing. I'm gonna hang on. Okay, Paige, no problem. Yes, I just got it, Bronny. Thank you. So you can go ahead and ask your question. You're welcome, Barb. Paige, I don't know if you heard me, but I pulled you a spirit card if you want one. I have it here. I have it here when you're ready. I just want to make sure you're listening. I'll give it to you right after I deal with Brownie's question, okay? All right. Well, the thing is, Brownie, now that he's contacted you and you spoke to him, you're in each other's energy. So the cards will be clear about what exactly how he feels because you're actually, you actually spoke to him. Like, this is what I try to explain to a lot of people is, you can't expect somebody's feelings to be, right if they're not even in your energy. So now that you spoke to him, you're in each other's energy. So now the cards will be a lot clearer. So what I got here is all positive stuff. Looks like he's feeling accomplished and he's feeling confident. I think he wanted to tell you something, but he'd rather stay discreet right now because he's living in denial and he doesn't know whether or not he should be cautious because he doesn't want to let you down in any way. But he's determined and he's like he wants to his desire is to maintain talking to you and feeling you out, seeing how things end up and how he's trying to make good choices. I feel like his life is getting better or whatever he's doing, it feels right to him. But he doesn't want to let you down and he doesn't want to say something to you where he doesn't have any opportunity to deal with you again or to be with you or to try and be with you. So I think he thinks that you are gonna let him down or you might put him in his place or you might break his heart. But he feels confident and he feels, mature about the situation and he feels good about the conversation he had with you. But the thing is he just feels once he has an opportunity, he can prance on it. He can, take the opportunity. But in the meantime, he thinks that he's gonna have bad luck, with you or with asking you out, or if he feels like he might get rejected. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I think he feels. So I also feel like he's kind of a hermit as well. He stays home, he stays to himself, and for him to go out and hang out with you on a date, it'll like it'd have to take a lot for him to do that. So he's trying to make the right choice at the right time. But it's positive, Brownie. It's not bad. I think that he's working himself up to that point, and eventually I think he will. I think he's determined to make it happen, but he needs to make the right choice. To him, he needs to make the right choice at the right time. But um, that's what I get on him. Nothing bad. His current thoughts is that, and his current feelings is that too. So I just feel like he's being discreet, like he doesn't want to say too much and like bore you with his life or something, or he doesn't want to say too much, so he withdraws from like saying too much because he doesn't know if he can trust you. So, but I feel like him himself, he's feeling like accomplished and he's feeling confident and he's feeling like, more stable. And I think that, his job, like, yeah, because I think he didn't say too much because he's, like, he doesn't know whether or not, like, he can trust you, or, like, I think that he's just, like, I think he's a discreet type of person. Like, he doesn't put his business out there. And if he does, he has to be, like, really he really has to trust you. So I think he's going to take baby steps. And I think that, it'll progress. But I just think that he doesn't want to let you down, or he doesn't want to let himself down in any type of way, you know? But I don't get nothing bad. I just think that in his mind, he feels like he can do more. But right now, he'd rather just withdraw from saying too much and like letting himself down or letting you down or saying something to you that might, cause him to have some bad luck. But the main thing is there's communication. The energy exchange is there. So just let it pan out. It won't hurt if you say hey to him, or how you doing, or hey, just let just hope you have a good day. Well, that's the thing. Some people need to hear that though, Brownie. Some people need to hear the directness, and that's why a lot of people like me and don't like me. Some people like my directness because it makes them feel better. They rather hear the directness and honesty instead of hearing some bullshit. And like a little, oh my God, you okay, sweetheart, all that shit. Hey BT, how you doing? I got your donation, thanks. You can ask your question afterwards. But that's the thing, um, he's gonna be closed off until he feels he can trust you. Yeah, he's gonna hold back because I don't think he. How long has he known you? Hey Teresa, how you been, sweetheart? I know, long time. Well, see, I think that he still like has doubts and things like that, but I don't get nothing bad though, to be honest. Good to see you, Teresa. I hope all is well. I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. I'm being a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, I know you know. Well, if you've known each other for a long time and you speak less, I think it's because he probably doesn't feel like you're interested in his life, or you wouldn't be interested, or you might not have like, if you did speak a lot before, try to speak about things that you once used to speak about that made the conversation expand. Because I feel like he's being discreet because he doesn't want to like make things worse, or he doesn't want you to like feel like you're not doing anything for him. But it can get, I think it's going to get better from what I see in the cards. I just think that he needs to like work himself back in and see how it goes from there. I think the communication will stay the same for now, but I just think that he's focused a lot on his life and his work, things like that. Yeah. I don't think he took it like in a really bad way. I just think he took, it as constructive criticism. But at the end of the day, I think that he feels that, you know, either you let him down or he let you down. So it's like a let. I feel like there's a letdown feeling. Like there's not I think he's just trying to get himself to a better place. I think that you're a lot stronger than him, and it kind of like affects him because he probably wishes that he was more stable. Yeah, see, but that's the thing. Sometimes you gotta. I know you want to help, but sometimes you can't help someone that doesn't want help. They just want to like gradually get there on their own. So that's probably why he knows you want to help, but he rather just like not make you feel like you have to help him. But I don't get nothing negative, Brownie. I think he's fine. It's just that I think that just let the baby steps occur again. Let the trust continue to build and just see how it goes. You know, just see how it goes. Um, Paige, are you here? Yeah, go with the flow. I don't know if you want a spirit message because I pull one for you if you want it. Just let me know if you're here. I'll give it to you. Otherwise, that BT, you can ask your question when you're ready, sweetie. But yeah, just go with the flow and just see. I don't like I said, there's nothing negative, and I just think that he's continuing to work. Oh, I got your question. Never mind, BT. Okay, no problem, BT. No problem. Yeah, just go with the flow, Bronny, and just see how it pans out. The main thing is that there's communication. So just allow the communication to flow and just like, don't be too hard on him. Don't be too easy on him. Don't be too hard on him, but just like allow him to express himself, tell you what's going on. Try not to do a lot of talking. Allow him to, say, hey, look, what do you want to talk about? Like, how's things going with this? Or you can mean to create the conversation, create the communication. But I think his energy is a lot better than the other day. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Yeah. I have good ideas, I just want people to take them. Hey, that's a good thing. A lot of people laugh when they come in here. See, I like to joke around, but I'm also very serious at the same time. When I read people's lives, I have to be serious, but I also I like to talk a lot of shit and have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. I can still do my job and laugh. Laughter is healing meditation. Trust me. I've been trying to be the rock and the foundation for a lot of people this past couple months. I've been trying to help my sister, my nephews go through the divorce, help my parents stay positive because they're deteriorating every day. And also, I'm fine. I'm mentally very strong. So I've changed a lot. So that's why I'm mentally strong. And I know, I have my faith in God. So I know I ain't got nothing to worry about. But not too many people think that way. but I wish they would. All right, BT, what I got here in general for the next 30 days and what you need to know is um, there could be some disputes over a woman, or like some or like a guy could be talking to you about something, and they could dispute with you over someone. There could be some simplicity, and there could be some disunion at the same time. I just think that like a man is going to be significant in your life in the next 30 days. Um, there could be some assistance with an ulterior motive, like meaning that somebody you can like help somebody, but they have an ulterior motive. Um, Trying to allow this person to trick you, or be aware of help offered to you, because if somebody might, you know how you have people who offer help and then they want something in return right away, and the reason why they helped is because they need your help more than you need theirs. So if you're being offered help, just take it as an ulterior motive that someone has. Okay, especially when it comes to business advice, and adverse business. um, there is a man here. He could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. And if he is in that sign, then he's somebody who's smart. Um, could be somebody you're dealing with in a business sense. This could be a friend of yours or somebody that you know of. They're like a experienced person. It could be like same age as you or maybe older. This could be a boss, could be a brother, could be a friend. Just could be somebody who has their shit together that can help you or lead you in the right direction, or it could be somebody that you're dealing with. Like if you have a male boss, they could be helping you out, or you can be helping them, or you can be working together to make things happen and to do certain things together. There'll be success if you deal with this guy, this person, this man. But try not to make any mistakes, especially impulsive mistakes around other people or with someone or over someone. Like try not to dispute with anybody at all about another person, especially a woman. There might be some difficulties in launching new projects or doing something new. Um, there's going to be some difficult situations arising. Try not to worry and be too concerned about it, because the change that is going to happen has to be faced in an equal give and take situation. So there could be like some juggling of you helping this person, helping that person, and you organizing this, you organizing that. So whatever new is coming into play right in the next 30 days, just know that it's going to be some difficulties here and there, like getting something settled in, making something like less stressful than it already is. But there definitely is a man. There's definitely a man that's going to help you, like resolve the issues or resolve the problems, and um, get you to a place where you're going to be more secure knowing that you have help from this person. And if it isn't a man, it could be a woman, but I think strongly it's a man. So yeah, sure, Brownie. Um, but BT, I just think that you're going to be dealing with people. I don't see like nothing happening as far as um, you dealing with like yourself or having self issues or problems. I just think the people around you are going to be um, good, and some people are going to be off, or you're going to have to like deal with some people, especially a man. But there could be a man and a woman, and then you both argue about another woman because the woman's not doing something that they're supposed to do, you know? Yes, I have an outgoing dispute. Think that I will fail. All right. The thing is, Whatever you do in this dispute, don't make any impulsive mistakes. And what I mean by that is don't do something that you know isn't going to work. Whatever mistake you make is going to haunt you. It's going to be not, it's not going to be good. So the man, if you are dealing with the man that you're disputing with, he's probably going to win because he's like the more liable person to actually get what he wants. So don't dispute with him. Just let it be and just go from there. But the thing is don't offer yourself to them or to this person. Ah. All right, Paige. You know what? BT? I think that the bank is gonna help you get the lost money. I think you'll get it, you know. I don't think you're gonna fail. I think you might I think you're gonna get the money, to be honest. And I think a man is going to help you get the money. So my thing is my question to you is this. I'm trying to help you figure this out because I want to help you. So the person that's helping you, you say so the bank is helping, but likely I lost the money. So this is the person helping you at the bank a man? That's my question. Is it a man that's helping you? Because I got something else here, but I want to figure this out. Why I saw the man. So it's either you got scammed by a man or a man's helping you right now at the bank. So I can figure it out. Oh, nice. What you have on your burger? Ah, okay, cool. That's all I need to know. You spoke to a male banker. Okay, now this male banker is going to help you get your money. And the reason why he's going to help you get your money is because there's some type of uh discernment about the whole scam. So it looks like, you know, even if you don't get it all back, you'll get some of it, or so they're gonna do something to get it back, or to like resolve the issue, whatever it is. Because I got the justice card here in the end, and I got you getting, you know, money, or you're gonna get like some type of compensation. I don't really see you losing the money. I just see like a dispute going on, but I think the man's gonna help you, to be honest, BT. I hope I'm right, but I see a positive outcome, and I see like a man helping you get what you want. And I see like, you know, when I asked if you're gonna get your money, it says yes. So I hope so, because if I see good stuff, then I that means that you're gonna get it. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully that's the case. But I think that he's gonna work on it. He's gonna get you something back. Even if he doesn't get you all of it back, I think that he'll get some of it back. Because I got scammed not too long ago with at a basketball, like a sports website. And I went through PayPal and they actually got my money back from the person, from the merchant. Because they're like a known scammer, but they got me good, but I still got my money back, dude. That was the good thing, thank God. It's like 100 and some dollars I spent on a jersey that I never got. But thank God, like I caught on to it. All right, Brownie. Let's see. Okay, BT, no problem. I hope you do get it and let me know. Yeah. All right, Brownie said, can you tell me what copy in my press? personality. All right, Bronny, let's check. You're welcome, BT. Hope it works out. It looks like it will. Looks like good things are gonna come out of that. When I get the justice card about about money and stuff, that means you'll probably pretty much get it. I don't know, Bronny. I think I see. I don't know what you look like, Bronny, but I think you're like a brownie. You're soft, you're chocolatey, and you might have a round booty. And this guy might think that you're sexy, and he likes that. I think that's why he gives you the time of day. Because when I get the world card here, right smack dab in the middle, that means like the girl is like a desire for the person. Because some people use the world card as travel, and like that's not me. I don't use it like that. Because if you look at the world card in my deck here, it's got a woman in the middle, right? She's the prize. She's the world. She's like, she's admired by people. I think he admires you. He admires your looks. He admires what you look like. I know you say about, what he most likes about your personality. Now, he thinks that you're compatible with him. He thinks that you're a good match for him, but he thinks that he thinks your personality gives him a headstrong attempt to overcome difficulties. Like you might put him in the right place to overcome his anxiety, or like you might give him pointers about advice about business and things like that. Like maybe if you do give him advice, he likes the fact that you actually your personality to him is like, oh yeah, she actually cares about helping me. And I know you said you do help him, you want to help. He likes that about you. He likes the fact that you help him. But even though he might not say you do, but he thinks that you're doing it because like you might come across as I'm smarter than you. You should listen to me. And if you don't listen to me, you're fucked. And if you come across like that, he doesn't like that. But in a way, sometimes he does, but sometimes you might go a little bit overboard and he'll be like, damn, man, she fine as fuck, but like, she makes me feel insecure about myself. She makes me feel like I have no imagination or no willpower. Like she makes me feel like a boy instead of a man because she's like so blunt and she's fucked up, like, So, some of those Leos are not really lions. They're little cubs. So you got to treat them and you got to pat them and say, it's okay. Good boy. It's okay. I'm not going to offend you. Honestly, like, I'm not joking. Like that's how like these Leo guys are. Like sometimes you got to pat them and they say, it's okay. Good boy. You want a treat? Look at me. So he feels insecure about like your personality sometimes, but I think that what saves it is that he's attracted to you. And he's attracted to your personality to a certain extent. It's just that you might make him feel insecure, and that's what he doesn't like. He makes you like you make him feel weak. So your personality might be a little bit too dominant for him. But do you guys like live far away from each other, or no? Like how far do you live away from this guy? Like, is there a distance? Is my question, because I want to figure out why I got this other card here. Oh, you live close. Okay, cool. So that makes sense. So that's another reason why he'll entertain the fact of being with you, because of the travel distance. Like he doesn't have to go too far. Like, and it's like he knows you're right there, so it's better for him. But like I said, I'm getting good cards today about Mr. Leo and how he feels about you. I don't know if you got a picture that he can see of you, and he's probably like, God damn, you know, I need to get with Brownie so I can see her Brownie. So I had a brownie today, by the way. A walnut brownie. It was pretty good. But yeah, as far as him, uh, you said, what does he like most about your personality? I just think that he likes that you fulfill his his brain, his thoughts. You actually recognize him. You actually want to help him change. You want to help him do things. Like he likes your personality because you actually give a shit about him. You actually want to work on helping him out. Like I know you said that sometimes you just want to help, but you feel like you're scaring him. I think that's the only thing he probably doesn't like is you probably want to do too much too soon, or you're probably like pushing him too much, or you're probably like getting on his nerves. But I still think that your looks, he might be attracted to you so much that he doesn't even give a shit sometimes. He's just like, yeah, I'm talking to this fine brownie, so I'm good. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Leos are very sensitive. They're my opposite sign. I don't really like Leo guys too much because they're idiots, but not all of them are, obviously. But I would say, like, try not to be his mom and be like more of a girlfriend type if that's what you want to be. Like, if you want to be his girlfriend, then act like you want to be his girlfriend and not his mommy. Don't try and tell him what to do. Don't tell him what he should do, what he has to do. Don't tell him where to go, how to get there. Don't be so aggressive or dominant because he's not gonna want that. Like use your reversal way of you do things. Like I told you earlier, when you talk to him, like find conversations that he likes. At the end of the day, you're gonna do whatever you want. But if you really want to be with him and you really see yourself with him like that, and I think that he wouldn't mind being with you because you're probably his type. But just let him wear the pants in the conversation for a little while, and just see how he reacts to conversations and stuff like that. If you know what he likes, then talk about what he likes, so that way he's like, oh, well, at least she knows what I like, and we can talk about mutual things. Talking about mutual things makes the conversation better and makes the person like you more. I'm not saying you have to take up something that he does, but at least like if you've known him for a long time, then you know a lot about him. You know what he likes and what he doesn't like. So try and make the conversations about him all the time instead of about you. If you do that, try different things. Try reverse psychology. That's all you got to do, and you'll be all right. But Bronny, I'd say one thing: I didn't get no negative cards about any of this. The Leo looks like it's a good choice. It's a good situation, and I think because you've known him a long time, that's why the cards are good. Because it's telling me that there's a mutual bond, mutual energy there, and I think he's getting better. His energy is getting better by the day because things might be going good for him, but he just doesn't want to say anything. Like sometimes people don't want to say things to people so they don't jinx it because they're superstitious like that. And I think that's the case with him. Maybe he doesn't want to say too much because every time he says something, it goes south. It's like he wants to, like you said, but maybe just let him, like you said, go with the flow. See what happens. Nothing wrong with that. But try to like just let it be. Just let him talk and just like initiate a conversation and just see how it goes and just try not to butt in. Just let him talk, 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 talk. Let him just be, talking about things like that. I find with my experiences with Leo guys, if you go against what they say, then they're gonna not gonna like you. But if you like go with the flow with them and just be like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, yeah, all right. And then if you like find yourself not like having a mutual conversation, then try to find a mutual conversation, because if you don't, it's gonna be, well, I know this and I know that, and they're gonna start talking about themselves, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I gotta go now. I don't want to hear about your life and what you do and how you think you are, or you're the greatest, or you're this, or you're that. Because some of them could be very conceited, and they think that they are the best thing since sliced bread. If he isn't like that, then you got a good Leo. Well, I'm not saying be fake. I'm just saying be direct, but like not I'm direct too, but I can be direct nice. I'm not going to be direct fake. Hell no. Yeah, exactly. I'm not really a Leo fan either, but they're not all bad and they're not all good. Just like Aquarius is and everything else, you know. Yeah. So that brownie, I would say, you can do with that. A bacon Western burger from Carl. Oh, cool. I never heard of Carl's. Yeah, with heat on. Yeah. Well, I've dealt with a few Leo men the past 3 years, past 4 years, I would say. I've dealt with like a couple Leo men. And I was like, wow, these guys are really weird. But see, Leo is my opposite sign. So I'm not expecting to be cool with a Leo. But I dated a Leo girl, a woman back in high school, and she was my high school sweetheart, my prom, but it didn't work out. And once I found out that Leo was my opposite sign, I was like, no wonder. Oh yeah, but that's why we broke up, because I dropped out of school and then I went, to her graduation. I'm older than her 2 years, so when I went to the prom, she asked me to go to the prom with her, and I went with her. I didn't want to, but I did. Obviously she's my girl. So I went to the prom with her, and then after that, she was going to college, but she always said to me, "You're too popular, and I don't like that." And all these girls are around you. You're a DJ. They love you. They're always around you. And I was like, look, but I like you. I'm with you. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, how could you not see that? But because the attention wasn't on her all the time, and she thought like I was going to cheat on her or something. But that was never the case. I loved her with all my heart. Like, I wanted to be with her so bad, like forever. But, you know, she was really like the first girl I ever loved. But she broke my heart into pieces when she came to my job. She told me sit in her car, and she said, Mark, I can't be with you anymore. You're too popular. Everybody knows you. I can't trust you if I'm away, and then, if I'm in college, I can't, I'm going to always think you're doing something. I'm like, huh? Like, what is wrong with you? Why would you think that? Like. And so yeah, she broke up with me, broke my heart, and she's been married twice and divorced. She's got 2 kids, and yeah, that's not good. But anyway, her mom didn't want me to be with her anyway. Her mom corrupted her brain, and say, yeah, don't go out with Mark. He hangs out with drug addicts, gangsters. He plays music. He's not going to be the right person for you. And, you need a businessman. And she ended up marrying a rich guy, and she cheated on him. Now she's with a guy like 15 years older than her, old enough to him as to be her daddy. And she looks terrible now. She was only sexy when I was with her. See, I bring the sexy out of her. After that, she became drunk and stupid and became a cheating hoe. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to talk about her, but anyway, yeah. That was my high school sweetheart. Unfortunately, yeah, it didn't work. But good for me. I'm glad I didn't care. At the time, it was hurtful and painful, but it's all good. Yeah, I did. A lot of people who tell me that today, they're like, "Hey, guess what? Imagine if that was you. She probably would have cheated on your ass." I was like, "Yeah, I know, bro, but still, you know." Yeah, exactly. But it didn't matter if I told her she was the finest girl in our class, or she was the best thing that happened to me. It didn't matter to her. She didn't give a shit. Yeah, I've been with a lot of fire signs. Yeah, Bronny. I think he's sad because he doesn't want to like get himself into another relationship and get hurt, because they can't handle that. See, some people like they might not be ready, and you are. It's just the way it is. Yeah, I've been with a lot of fire sign women. I've dated a Leo, which is the one I just told you about. I've dated a few Sagittarius women. I've dated one, two, three Sagittarius women, a Leo, and an Aries. Two Aries actually. And all of them's fire signs. And I had bad luck with all of them. They were all a fucking pain in the ass. They were all like jealous. They were all like they wanted to be with me because I was the DJ, I was the popular guy, but they couldn't handle the like the other women coming up to me, hugging me, saying, "Hey, Mark, play my favorite song." They didn't like the drunk hoods coming up to me and dancing around me, but I wasn't fucking none of them. That was the sad part. So I always got bashed by a lot of women because I was a DJ, so I was always the bad guy. And now that I don't DJ, um, there's no women around. I've been retired as a DJ for 10 years now. I stopped when I was 35. That was the last time I touched the turntables, and I'm glad I did. I'm been away from that, so I haven't had no like women young and the restless drama since then. But it's all good. Well, the thing is, Paige, when you're a beautiful woman, it's a task because a lot of smart, beautiful women know that majority of guys want them because they're fine and they're successful or they're pretty. And some men like they want you because you're fine or you're beautiful, but they know that you're gonna be a task to keep because they know that they can drop you like a fly and go get somebody else if that's the woman's attitude. You're welcome, Brownie, and thank you too. Um, but like I've always had a good looking woman, but that doesn't mean that I was happy. And to be honest, the I've had like When I used to date, one of the best relationships that I was like, I wouldn't say it was like an on and off relationship, but one of the best connections I had was with an Aquarius woman. And we were on and off. It was like a long distance thing, but we always hooked up, man. We got together. And, the sex was great. The vibe was always great. But the problem is the Aquarius way is, I'm if I'm done, I'm done. And if I need to do something, then you're second place. So what happened is this chick's like I met this chick in Boston, and she was from Venezuela, and we knew each other for 2 years straight. And I used to go out there just to go see her and watch games and do my regular thing. And we were always like hooking up on and off. And then one day she was just like, "Hey, I gotta go back home because my dad's sick and my mom's not doing too well, and I'm the only child, so I'm gonna go back and help him. I'll see you when I see you, and I'll contact you when I get home." And I'm like, "Okay," and I never heard from her ever since. And sometimes Aquarius people do that because I do it too. Like I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you, I'm going. I ain't worried about you. My priority is my family. So, you were just somebody who I was with. Goodbye." So I kind of like got, my own medicine at the time, but it was all good. Like I'm not offended because I wasn't really like in a deep relationship with her. We were more like, convenience lovers. Like we were just like a convenience for each other at the time. It never got serious because we weren't living together, or we lived in two different places. But when we saw each other, the connection was great. But it didn't like go beyond that because, and I don't even know where she is now. She's like, her number changed, everything's done. I even tried calling her, but like, where the fuck is this girl at? Like, I want to know if her dad's okay or her mom and how she's doing. I even tried looking her up on social media, nothing. I even tried looking for her the other day. Just can't find her. I wanted to know if she was okay. Yeah, yeah, she was from Boston, yeah. But she was born in Venezuela. Hey, Speak My Truth, how you doing? But that's the thing, like, some people are in your life for a reason or a season. I never like take anything to heart anymore. Oh yeah, she was definitely one of the finest women that I was, with at the time. But I had a great connection with her because we were the same sign. Once she told me her birthday, I was like, no fucking way. My birthday is February 6th and her birthday was February 10th. Nah, I'm not really hung up like that. I just like want to know if she's okay. I'm like, fuck, that's fucked up. Like she just disappeared. And I don't know what happened to her. Like she could have died. She could be dead. I don't fucking know. That's why I probably can't find her. Or like, I hope she's not, but like she just vanished. It's fucking weird. Really, really weird, man. Your granny's February 5th? Oh, she must be a legend then. Me, I don't really get hung up over people like that. Not anymore. People are always going to be in your life that you had a relationship with, or a sexual um relationship with, or a long-term relationship. There's always going to be that person's always in your mind, you know. But that's the thing, like I don't really miss her or anything like that. It doesn't bother me because it's been a while since I seen her. It's been like it's like been 6 years now, maybe 7 years that I've seen her. So that's when she went back for good. But I spoke to her briefly, and then after that, it was like her number changed. I couldn't get a hold of her. I was just like, damn, She pulled an Aquarius on me. She vanished. I was like, oh well, it's all good. But I don't know. It's just weird how people, just disappear out of your life just like that. But I don't take it personally or anything like that. I just know that I'm at the stage in my life, and everybody should feel the same way. That people just come in your life for a certain period of time, and then you have people that's been in your life forever. So just get over it, move on. Some people are just like that. Some people are in your life for 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, 5 minutes. It's just life. I think we all have to like get over the fact that hanging on to somebody is not the right thing. Just let them go and come as they please. We can't force nobody to be in our lives. But yeah, you're right. This year has been crazy. Well, loving yourself is the main thing. That's what I tell you ladies all the time. A man can't complete you. You gotta complete yourself and become complete as you're with the man. Even if you're with a man or you're with somebody, you still gotta stay complete. You can't think that somebody has to complete you. You have to be complete yourself. And then once you're complete, your value goes up. See, because when you're with somebody and they see how complete you are, they're like, fuck, my girl is so complete, it's amazing. Or my man is so complete, I ain't even gotta worry about him. I know he can take care of himself. But you also gotta make sure you find somebody that's gonna take care of you. You can't depend on somebody to take care of you. It don't work that way. Let me tell you, when shit goes south, and that person doesn't have your back, you're like, fuck, look at this shit. I thought they loved me. All the doubt comes into play and all your intuition starts clicking, saying, see, I was right. I knew this mofo didn't have my back. I was blinded by stupidity. Like I said, there's a lot of fake love out there, a lot of fake everything. And see, that's why like since I've had my own business for 15 years now, it's been difficult for me to find a woman that will allow herself to be how am I gonna put this? Like with a man who's independent, because a woman is a nurturer. See, a woman likes to nurture her man to a some. Now, not all, some, but majority of women want to nurture their man and be there for their man, take care of their man, help them financially, help them physically, help them in every single way, cook for them, clean for them, do shit for them, show them that like they're that real woman that their mama was or whatever. So, if they continue those old morals and values and way of life for a guy like that, then the guy will like be, value that person, obviously, value that woman for doing those things. But if the guy is just a business owner and he's just all about money and his business and just paying her for her love, she'll eventually catch on to it. She'll be like, look, this is just like a money-based relationship. He's making me happy through his earnings, through his money, through his gifts, through his materialistic ways. But what about like the affection? What about the real love? Yeah, he can throw it down, but that doesn't make no difference. You can have the best sex of your life, but love is a whole like another folder in the case. There's a lot of folders in like a file cabinet. There's sex, there's love, there's honesty, there's trust. Yeah, they're done. Some. Well, see that sex can ruin a relationship because that's all it's based on. He's an asshole, but he throws it down. He gives me that D. He rocks my world. Okay, well, that's what you want, then that's cool. Just like a guy be like, that's the best coochie I'm ever had, or that's the best BJ I've ever had. That's the best everything. She's got the best body. You get mesmerized by sex and how it's done, and then you forget about the love part. What about the love? What about what you're doing for me and how you're doing it? There is none. Yeah, one thing about me, I never look at a woman as a sex object, because you can have sex with anybody if you want to. You can just go out, be a hoe for the rest of your life, and if that's what you want, that's what you want. Some people do that. Some people get to I heard this woman on TikTok today say, when she was in an interview with this person, she goes, I don't consider myself a hoe anymore because I haven't been with anybody for 3 years. And everybody laughed at her. You're like, no, you're still a hoe. You're just a conservative hoe now because you're not been with nobody in a couple years. Your coochie's actually on standby. So it doesn't make you less of a hoe because you took a 3-year break from getting D. That it don't work that way. You're a hoe. You're a hoe. You're always gonna be a hoe. A hoe is always a hoe, and that's okay. You can be a hoe. That's what you are. That's what you are. Who fucking cares? Everybody. All hoes need love. It's true though. I'm stating facts. I'm spitting facts right now. So when I heard that girl say that, I started laughing. I'm like, no, sweetheart, you're still a hoe. If you've been with all them guys, and you say, if a woman says, I'm no longer a hoe because I've been celibate for 3 years, if you even say that, you're delusional. Talking about I'm no longer a hoe. I'm no longer a hoe because I haven't been with a guy in 3 years. You ain't gotta be with a guy for the rest of your life. You're still a hoe because you've been with all those D's. A hoe is a hoe, yo. You're just a conservative hoe now. That's what I call them. They're conservative hoes. You're just more conservative. You don't give it away. You just do it every 3 years. I know this chick, right? She's about maybe 2 years older than me. She was like one of the biggest hoes back in my day. Everybody had a turn. She was like a doorknob. And she found this guy, nice guy too. He ain't no hoe. He's a really nice guy. She married the guy because she probably, hung up her panties and said, I'm done. I don't want no more outside D. I just want one D for the rest of my life. I'm getting old. I had a good run. I had good innings. I had enough bats. I'm good. So she got married to this guy, and she's still with him. She's been with him for about maybe, 20 years possibly. And they're still together, and they look very happy. And she has 2 beautiful children, a girl and a boy. And she went to my school, and I actually know guys that have been with her. And she's still sexy till today. But she's still a hoe in my eyes. Because I know who she is. But she's just a married hoe. That's all. And she bettered her life. That's fine. But you're still a hoe, sweetheart. You've been around the block. You're a conservative married hoe now. It's okay. Yeah, her husband locked her down. But she's so happy though. But see, this is why I don't condemn people that are hoes or was once, bad or had a lot of D in their life or been a lot. I don't really condemn people like that because sometimes they just make mistakes. It's like when Jesus first appeared to this hope, right? Like Jesus was talking to this chick, one time. I saw it on like this TikTok clip, and he said to the woman, "Look, if you don't believe I'm Jesus, you don't believe I'm the Messiah." And she's like, "Well, prove it. Like, tell me something." And he was like, "Look, you've had 5 husbands." And she looked at him like, "How the fuck you know that?" And he was like, "Look, your first husband this, your second husband that. I'm not looking at you in a bad way. I actually came to you first." So the first person that Jesus exposed himself to was a hoe. He pretty much told the hoe, "Look, I know you made mistakes. You've been with 5 Ds. It's okay. I forgive you. But you have to forgive yourself because you made mistakes. I want to let you know that God still loves you if you're a hoe. It's okay. You just made mistakes. But try to live righteous, try to be better, and try to better yourself." So she like broke down and was like, "Okay, you promise you're not gonna judge me or be like that." So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I never really condemn anybody for making bad choices, because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. Sometimes we get caught up in the moment, or sometimes people get married 2 3 times because they want to be married, they want to be sacred, they want to have like 1D, and they don't want to be a hoe, but they just made a bad decision, or they just had a bad husband or a bad wife. Like, it's a part of life. Like, I think people are too hard on themselves for being a human being. Well, that's the thing. Like, Paige, I can be here all day talking about like people's bad luck with sex and with being a hoe, or like being conservative, or like I know a lot of like really good women out there that's been with one guy or 2 guys, or they just like don't want to be with anybody because they can't trust it, or they feel like if they have another guy, they're dirty or they're a hoe. I know a lot of women like that. And it's usually the older women that don't want to try again or be with somebody again because they feel like having another D is making them dirty. But it really isn't. It's just a bad choice or just another choice. You can find love again. Just consider that third or fourth D now the right one. So good. It's not a big deal. I made tons of mistakes in my lifetime, just like everybody else. I made some bad choices, but as long as my D works, then I'm happy. And as long as I find the right coochie to put it in without any type of STDs or, discrepancies, or a crazy baby mama, I'll be all right. Well, that's the thing, poor, I saw that chick, Mia Khalifa, whatever her name is, that Latino hoe. She was on there on TikTok on this thing and said that, oh, if an older man chooses a younger woman, then he's like pretty much you know uh downgrading himself by going after a younger woman because he thinks he can manipulate the younger woman because he can't find nobody his own age. And I said, look at this coming from a hoe. Who are you to judge anybody if you've been a porn star taking all that D laying on your back, and you think, and you've been with all sorts of ages, and you got the nerve to talk about an older guy who wants a younger woman. An older guy likes a younger woman because he can be with somebody that's actually clean and will be, with them in a loyal way, and he can show that woman like the righteousness in his heart and be cool. And then whereas a woman that's already his age is like, and a lot of young women like older guys because they're mature and they're not stupid and they're not going to cheat on them. They're going to be more loyal. Yeah, exactly. I'm not particularly a guy who likes younger women because that's not my cup of tea. But I can't say what my life's gonna be. I can probably meet somebody way younger than me and it'll work. It might be the right person. I don't know. Or I might meet some MILF, that's older than me and we guys get it on and we're happy. It's all good. I don't care really too much about those things. Just it's just it's a preference. If it's your preference, then it's your preference. I ain't judging nobody. I know my cousin's parents. They were 22 years apart, and they had two kids. They had a great life. They had a house. They had their kids. Their kids grew up to be perfectly fine. He passed away obviously a while ago, and she he left her with everything, and she's perfectly fine. She never found another man. She didn't want one. She was already like 60 something when he died. He was like 80. But and my auntie and uncle, they were 11 years apart, and they were perfectly fine too. I think, and like they say, age is just a number, but I just feel like people like dwell too much on those things and don't give themselves a chance. You know? Oh yeah, it's just I know a lot of people that have age gaps and they're perfectly fine. They're fine. Me personally, I don't want to really do that. Like unless the person is really, really, compatible with me and I can really trust them a lot, I'll be happy. But I'm not really looking for a younger woman. I try and stay away from 'em. But if the person's compatible with me and I really like him and I feel like I can love him and I feel like, I'm not going to get in any trouble, and when I'm 65 and she's like 45, like she's probably still want to be like crazy, then I'm going to be in trouble. So, and hopefully I won't need any type of, you know, erectile dysfunction type of things. I have to just stay on top of the coochie, and make sure like I stay in the gym at 65 and get on, make sure I can keep her happy as long as I live. If not, we can do other things. But I've always had that conversation lots of times with people about age gaps and what do I think about it. I don't really judge people anymore when it comes to that. It is what it is. I prefer not to, but if I do find somebody half my age, people will probably look at me like I'm crazy or look at me like I'm a perv or something. But if I'm happy and she's cool with it, then I'm cool with it. But I would try and stay away from it though, at all costs. Hey, I'm just being real. I mean, one thing about me, I talk about everything. It's all good. It's not like a lot of people's watching anyway, so it's cool. Well, I'm going 46 in 2 months. And if I found like a 20 something year old girl and we got really close and, she wanted to be with me, then, if I see myself compatible with her and I see myself, loving her and trusting her and we work out, then I'm not going to feel like a perv or I feel like I'm her daddy or something. Or I'm not going to feel no type of way because my love was going to be too strong. So I don't really care what people think about me anyway. You're just jealous that I'm with a girl half my age. It's cool. You're just not a stud like me. That's all I'll say. She making me look good. It's cool. Yeah, I know she's in the background, flapping and going crazy. She just wants to be the star of the show. She's way younger than me too. Diamond's way younger than me, but I still love her. She's my baby. That's my real love until the real one comes. But hey, I'm tired of looking. I ain't looking no more. You know, she's 8. She's getting 8 in February. My sweetheart. She's the love of my life. She's always around me. Everywhere I go, she goes. She's got my back 100%. I love Diamond. She's my sweetheart. Yeah, she's in Aquarius, February 18th. She's on the cusp almost, but she's definitely Aquarius, yeah. She goes 8 years old, February 18th. She's an Aquarius. That's why she loves me. See, that's why we love each other. But hey, it's yeah, I've always had a dog. I had a pit bull before her for 14 years. She's not even my dog. She's my sister's dog and my brother-in-law's dog, but she's always with me. I took her in last year for when we had the renovation. She couldn't stay outside anymore, so I took her in. My sister's like, I don't want that dog in my house. I'm like, well, I'm taking her over my house. She's not staying outside. That's fucked up. I said, I'll take her. Oh, well, go ahead. I said, it's cool. I'll take her. She's the love of my life. I love animals. It's not their fault they're in the world. She loves being in here. She don't want to go outside no more. She's been outside for 6.5 years of her life. She's been outside. She never wanted to come inside. She hated being inside. She likes to be outside roaming around. But now she wants to be inside. Now she's like, fuck that. I love this life. Mark's apartment is nice and cozy. No problem, Paige. I'm not judging you. I don't really judge people anymore like I used to, because I know like I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I always try to help women that have problems with guys and shit, because I know how guys are, but I also know how women are too. Women can be very fucked up too. I know both sides, but the thing is I think we all should focus on ourselves more than try and like waste time on somebody who don't really give a fuck about us. Like I always say, if you're not getting 100%, then don't give 100%. So the person knows that, okay, well, she's not giving me 100% anymore. Why? And then when they ask, you say, because you don't give me 100%. That's how I live my life. That's why I've been single for a long time. I've been single for a few years now. And the reason I've been single is because I worked on myself. I've learned to love myself and give to myself. And I also realize that sex isn't everything in life. And when I do, have sex with someone, I want it to mean something. I just don't want you to be my fuck buddy. That doesn't work for me anymore. At this age, I'm had enough of that. So no, but if it presents itself, I'm not gonna say no. But at the end of the day, I don't want to say yes to just a random person that I don't know. I want to be like, I want it to mean something from now on. So it takes a lot of balls to do shit like that. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of like, admitting to yourself that it's not about that. Right. And the thing is, I don't want to have to like keep being in that cycle of, so I figured if I stay to myself and I keep working on myself, then maybe God's gonna bless me with a good woman that I can be with for the rest of my life. And every day that goes by to me is another day I'm getting closer to that goal. So midnight tonight, which is in 14 minutes, I'm gonna get closer to that goal. So tomorrow when I wake up, I know I'm getting closer to the right person, the right situation, and the right woman for me. And if I never find that person and I die, then I know that I always love myself. And that's all that matters. And I had a good innings when I did have girlfriends or things like that. And I rather like not get married than get married, get divorced, and lose half of what I've earned to somebody who don't even deserve it. Because that's the consequences of being a man. And a lot of women don't look at that because they don't know what it's like to be a guy. They just know what it's like to collect a check. So that's the fucked up thing about like getting married, getting divorced, then you fuck your children up by because you can't deal with your spouse or you can't deal with it anymore. You know, it's a fucked up life in a lot of ways for a lot of people. And I'm watching that unfold. I watch it unfold with my brother. Now I'm about to watch it unfold with my sister. And it doesn't discourage me from getting married because I know that I'll be different. I know I'll be different because I'm not gonna marry somebody that I've had red flags on the way to marriage. If I'm going to that altar with doubt and I'm going to that altar knowing that, I'm gonna change this person when I get married, no. I'm not gonna change that person. That person is not gonna change when I get married. They're the exact same person that's giving me the red flags. So that's why like it'll be the right time if I ever get married, people are probably gonna say, fuck, Mark definitely loves this woman. If he's getting married, this fucking world's gonna end. Because I'm not against marriage. I wish I was married. I wish I had children. I still do till today. But I'm not gonna just go for anybody. And I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how big your ass is or your titties are. I don't care how good you fuck me. It doesn't make no difference. If I can't trust you, then I can't love you. So like I'm at the stage in my life where I wanna get to know you. I wanna trust you. Then I'm gonna love you. Then I'm gonna fuck you. Then I'm gonna make love to you. Then I'm going to make you my baby mama and my wife and etc. That's how my life is going to be next time I see somebody that I want. But until then, I'm gonna keep loving myself. There's nothing wrong with that. You know? People make it seem like you have to have sex, you have to have somebody, you have to be fucking, you have to have a side piece, you have to have a girlfriend, you have to have a boyfriend, you have to get married, you have to have kids. Like people make it seem like if you don't have that, you're a loser. But really, we're the winners. The people that are single and take their time and do things right are the winners because we've prepared ourselves for the best instead of just settling for the rest. So don't ever, I tell people if you're single and you're looking and you stay single for a while and you can't find nobody, you're doing the right thing. It's not a bad thing, trust me. Because settling for somebody that's not right is going to end up in a disaster just because you're saying, oh, I'm with somebody. Like people just say they're with somebody just to say they're with somebody. Like that's not me. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'd rather stay celibate and stay clean and not have to worry about catering to my STD every fucking week at the hospital or go get medication for my dick. Fuck that. No. That Marky don't play that game. I stay, on my straight and narrow path. Yeah, exactly. I can go without that too. Like I'm even like my whole life I've never been like a sex hungry crazy person. I am when I'm with my woman. If I'm with somebody I love, I make sure I throw it down as much as I can if she wants me to. Like when I always used to tell people on here, I have D on demand. and all the girls used to laugh. I used to do a singles ladies reading every month, and women used to be dying in here laughing because I used to be like, "You need a man with a D on demand button." So everybody used to laugh at me and say, "Mark, you're something else." And I was like, "Yeah, that's how I am." And I'm in a relationship. If my girl says, "I want some dick, baby," I'll be like, "Okay, sure. I'm ready for you right now. When do you want it? How you want it? Where you want it? And how long do you want it? Let's go. I'm ready." I'm always ready. But I'm not like always ready to like be with some regular and random person. I can't do that no more. I used to when I was young and crazy, but not no more. Like I haven't done that shit in years because I value myself more now. I realize that I don't need to do that because I don't have to upkeep an image that I don't want. Right, exactly. But that's the thing. Like you gotta. I feel people fuck now and have like they deal with the consequences later. I'm not that type of person. I rather like work myself to the relationship. If I meet you today, I don't want to have sex with you until 3, 4, 5 months from now because I need to get to know you first. And I want to get to like actually have feelings for you and get to know you and see if you have any bad shit going on down there. So that's the thing. I have to like be a private investigator at the same time. So and you can just tell when people, are in that type of, category. You just know. You just know, you know. Shakima says, "You've been hitting the pavement today." Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I don't. I think that people devalue themselves too much, especially women. Like, I think that women like think that they have to have like a guy, or else they're not a real woman. And guys are the same too. But I find that a lot in women, like a lot of women think that if they don't have a man, then they're worthless, or they don't have like a partner, then there's something wrong with them. But really, it's not. It's just this people's agendas and people's, opinions should never matter. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I've been around. Yeah, it's like I've been telling people for a very long time that we've all been lied to for years, and we've all got like we all being programmed, and it's true. Like I remember like being in school, and I was in like grade 10, and my school has like grade 12, and I pretty much like said, "Fuck this! I need to leave. I need to get out of here because I can't see myself going to college. I don't want an office job. I'm a hands-on guy. I like to fix shit. I like to do this. Oh, but you can go to college for that." I'm like, "Well, I don't want that life. So I don't want to go to college. I want to go work. I want to make money now because if I go to college, it's still going to take me forever. My parents can't afford college, so I'm going." I went straight work. "Hey, Sarah, how you doing, sweetheart?" So like everybody says, you got to go to school. You got to graduate. If you don't, you're a loser. And if you graduate, you got to go to college because if you don't go to college, you're not going to find a good job. So I never believed that. I always try to, since I've been 17 years old and I actually like woke up, I said to myself, these people are these people are like trying to make me believe something that's not true. And that's why I changed my life. I said, I'm not going to do what everybody says to do. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And that's what I kept doing. And it made my parents, they pissed my parents off. But I came out perfectly fine. I did what I had to do without anybody's help and without anybody's opinions and agendas. I went against it all. You know, fuck that. To sleep last night, I woke up and the first thought was that rejection question I asked you yesterday. It wasn't my question. It was my ex's question. I'm still confused. Are you sure you're not still asleep? Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, his ex, right? The one he divorced, you mean? Oh, her wondering that. Yeah, possibly. Sorry, you said it's been a week of 41 inches of snow. Holy shit. Things were shut down. It's freezing out. Hopefully you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's not freezing here. We don't have snow here, thank God. Um, yeah, we don't have snow here. It's been kind of cool here. I mean, I have a jacket on now. It's like 65 degrees here right now, I think. Yeah, 65. Yeah, we don't get snow in Bermuda, thank God. I don't want no snow either. But I know when you guys, people on the East Coast, if you guys are like in New York, Boston, New Jersey, and you guys are getting a lot of snow, it comes towards Bermuda because like New York's right here, right? And Boston, New York's here, Boston's here, and like Bermuda's like right in line. So if it's going like this, we're gonna get like a lot of cool air, rain, things like that. Oh, you're in Alaska. Oh, holy shit. Oh, hell no. That's cold. Period. Better you than me. I don't like the cold weather. See, it's 60s now and it's nice. It's cool for us in Bermuda because we don't really have like Bermuda's really a warm place. Even in the winter, it's not that bad. It never goes lower than like 47, 45. Yeah. See, but I used to go to Boston all the time. But I go to Boston all the time. I haven't been since COVID, but like I've been in Boston during a blizzard when it was like below zero and shit like that. And I was like, my lips got purple, and I was like, I would never want to live here. Fuck this, I'm out of here. Like I live in here in Bermuda. Like I don't deal with no cold. I'm very blessed to not deal with shoveling snow or whatever the place. Hell no. Sarah, you can go ahead and ask your question. I got your donation. Oh yeah, Boston's cold. I've been in Boston. See, I go to Boston in February on my birthday, and February is like one of the coldest months in Boston. And everybody's like, "How could you come out here?" I was like, "Well, it's my birthday. I want to come out here and have some fun. I don't give a fuck if it's cold. I got jackets. I'll be all right. It's only for a couple days. I'm good." But one time I went, I remember we guys were hungry. We wanted to go to Wendy's. And me and my boy, we left the hotel and it was snow everywhere. And our lips were pretty much purple from the time we left the hotel to Wendy's. And Wendy's was open too. I couldn't believe it. So we got our burger and came back and we couldn't even talk because our lips were like frozen. And we were like, we couldn't even talk. Our lips were all fucked up. And then when we got home, we like pretty much had to stand next to the heater for like 10 minutes. And then we ate our food because we couldn't even feel our mouth. That was probably the coldest I've ever been in my life. It was crazy. It was like a blizzard. And I knew it was coming, but I said, fuck, I ain't canceling my trip. I didn't care. It was like probably like 2 days before my birthday. And then afterwards, the blizzard disappeared. The sun came out and it was fine. But it was like 35 degrees after that, which was still cold as heck. But yeah, it's nasty. All right, I'll check that for you, sir. Is Amish being sincere and honest with me? All right, cool. Yeah, it's been very windy here, and we had like 30-mile-an-hour winds this morning, but now it's calm now, and we had like a lot of rain here and there, but nothing like torrential or nothing. But we're supposed to have rain again tonight and tomorrow, so it's kind of gonna mess up my work week, my work day. So I'm working outside. But hey, it's winter time, so it's all good. All right, let's check this out for you, sir. Okay. I feel like yes, he is being sincere and honest. Um, I got all good cards. I got all good things. I feel like he's being honest. He's being sincere. I feel like this person likes you, um, and that's why they're being honest with you. I think that there's a lot of compromise and friendship, and like this person's come to the conclusion that they can have confidence in you and in the partnership or relationship or friendship they have with you. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't see nothing bad here, to be honest, Sarah. I mean, I know we all have trust issues. I completely understand you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that this person um, is it. This is a guy, right, or a woman? Who is this? Is Amish being sincere? So is it a woman or a guy? Just to get, yeah. Yeah, it's a guy. Okay, yeah. So this guy, right? I got him here. Like he looks at you as he looks at your friendship in a good way. He looks like things he looks like you at he looks at you as somebody who he can actually want to love, want to be with, want to be fulfilled, want to like have happiness with. He's gonna offer you his love. He's gonna offer you more as time goes on. If he's already offered you like his feelings, his emotions, and his love, then I think that that's exactly what's going to continue to happen. What it is he's going through like a change. Yeah, he's done that. That's good. So he is sincere. He is being honest. The thing is with him, he feels like he has to make a sacrifice in his own life in order to be 100% dedicated to you. He's trying to reverse the way he lives his life so he can give you and do things for you and be with you, because in the past he probably had a messed up relationship, and he wants to like make the adjustment. He wants to make the sacrifice. He wants to make the change, the transition. He wants to like abandon his old ways and his old relationship and his feelings about that. So I think he also has, I wouldn't say trust issues, but he was emotionally confused for a long time because maybe the last woman he was with like took his money or like made him feel like a certain way. So he kind of like, I got to make sure the next person doesn't screw me over. So I feel like both of your trust issues are going to like make you doubt at times. But just know that his past is like kind of affecting him. So, but I do see, yeah, and I don't blame him. I've been single for 5 years too, and it's been probably the best 5 years of my life. So, but he's giving me hope. See, he stayed single for 5 years and he found you. See, so that's good. But Sarah, I get good things here, to be honest. I feel like to answer your question, he is being sincere and he is being honest. It's just that he's going to continue to make the change. He's going to continue to make the sacrifice to be a better person for himself and for you. But that's what I see. Like in his last relationship, he lost. So like he might have got cheated on, or he might have like lost a lot of things because of the relationship. He might have got a bad divorce, or like he lost money and he lost his material things. So he's like trying to recuperate the past 5 years because of a bad relationship he was in. But how he looks at you, he feels very like happy when he's with you. He feels like he can actually have a favorable outlook. Yeah. But Sarah, it looks good. It looks like he really likes you and he wants to I think that you heal him in some way, if that makes sense. He feels like being around you, he feels healed. He feels like finally I found somebody that I really like and I want to be with, and I want to get to love her and be with her, and I want to like actually make myself change into an even better person because I don't want to lose this chance. So I think that's going through his mind. He's hanging there like saying, okay, I know what I have to do. Like I need to continue to prove myself to Sarah, and I need to prove to myself that this can happen. So I got all good cards, all good things. So to answer your question, yes, he is being sincere and honest with you. And I think it's going to grow more because of his like he's gonna sacrifice more and do more as time goes on. Just remember one thing, Sarah, it's not always gonna be good. You're gonna have your moods, he's gonna have his moods. The outside world can affect people so fast that it ends up affecting your friendship and relationship, because we allow people to take our energy, and then we act a certain way, and you're like, oh well, he's off today. Just remember that people can make him feel that way, or he can have like he might be at a month where Christmas is coming, so he can remember a Christmas moment where it was bad for him, so he kind of like maybe thinking about that, dwelling on it, things like that. I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody, but we never know what goes through people's minds. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. And it's good seeing you. I haven't seen you in a while. Right. See, now that's a good person. That's a person who actually genuinely cares about you and sincere. That's the sincerity right there. See, you just answered your own question. See, you told him you was feeling off today. He said he wanted to help. He wanted to know why, and he tried to help. So that's sincerity. That to me is sincerity. And if he's told you what I've just told you about his past, then that's being honest. That's telling you, look, I've been through the ringer. So I always tell everybody those things. You gotta let people know so they can feel open and tell you the same thing. So there's a mutual understanding of where you both are and what you're both expecting. So that's nice, Sarah. I see it working out between you guys, and he seems like a good person, and I know you are, so you'll be fine. I feel like it's all gonna work out. I got good cards, so I don't see anything bad. Yeah, and that's the sacrifice I see. See, the sacrifice is him working, and doing that. So, but that's a good thing. A working man is a good man. Trust me. Don't ever like use that against him. Let him work. Let him because a man needs to work. As a man, trust me, I working is a good thing. It's not they don't want to work because they don't want to be around you. Like on his day off, try to make yourself available. So you are together. And if he's working a lot, don't say, oh well, I wish he wasn't working a lot so we can be together more. He's only gonna work to a certain amount of time and then you can have him after that. So if you can compromise, then you're fine. Right, exactly. So just be considerate at the same time on his end, because a relationship and a couple is only going to work if you understand and find the balance within each other. It's not always going to be the best and it's not always going to be the worst, but what you can do, yeah, see, if and I'm sure he will, because I see the sacrifice in him. I see that he wants to be with you and doesn't want to lose your friendship and your relationship. But it's a busy time of year right now. It's almost Christmas and he's probably really busy. So you got to understand that's okay. If you can deal with that, then that's fine. As long as you're communicating, then that's all that matters. Don't take it the wrong way. That's all. I know you got a brain. You're fine. You know what you're doing. You know what the deal is. Yeah. So like just be neutral. Just find the balance, and see if he seems like a good person. So you don't want to lose him over just some busy work period. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. I'm going to get out of here. It's past midnight, and I need to go to work tomorrow, and I need to go to sleep. I've been on here for almost 3 hours, believe it or not. Time flies when you have fun. I had a lot of fun on here today. I've seen a lot of my old friends. You appeared today. I haven't seen you forever. I saw somebody else earlier that came in to say hi. So I'm blessed to have you all in my life and have you guys around. I appreciate it. And it's good to see all my friends in here from the original times and new people. I'm glad I can help. I'm glad I can be of assistance, but I've been on here forever and I need to get up and walk around. Yes, I need to sleep good. I've had a lot on my mind, been helping my sister go through her divorce and the kids. So I've had like some rough emotional times. Not me personally. I'm cool. It's just that it's hard seeing the kids go through the transition and my sister go through bullshit. So like I'm trying to like be strong for everybody, you know. But I'm cool. I'm good. I'll be all right because I know at the end of the day, once she has her divorce, she'll be free of the devil. So, and the kids will be free of their stupid dad that is deadbeat. So anyway, I don't want to elaborate too much, but that's my mentality. I want the future to be positive, not the present right now. So yeah, exactly. I know it's going to be fine at the end of the day. I'm trying to drill that in their brains that we're going to be fine. We're going to be better off without them, and everything's going to be perfect. They got me, so they're good. As long as they got me, they're good to go. All right, I love you guys. Be safe. Stay positive. Blue Nile, I'm actually about to go right now because I've been on for like 3 hours, sweetheart. Can it wait for tomorrow? I mean, I don't want to let you not. I don't want to let you down, Blue Nile. I mean, if you want to, I'll stay for another 10 minutes just to help you out. I don't mind. I was actually just about to go, but if you really need me, I'll be here. If you really need me, I can do it. Okay. All right, cool. I will be here tomorrow though. I'll be here tomorrow for sure. So if you come by tomorrow, I'll definitely help you out. All right, it's not an emergency. Okay, cool. I don't want to leave you hanging. I don't want you to say Mark's fucked up. He's leaving. He left me hanging. I thought we were cool. Thought we were buddies and stuff. But I've been on here for like 3 hours, and I really need to go get some sleep because I got to work tomorrow. It's already past midnight here, so I will see you tomorrow. I will be here, and I'll take care of you for sure if you come by. Okay, sweetheart? And I'll be on tomorrow for sure. All right? But you guys have a great week. Enjoy yourselves. Stay focused. Stay positive. And know that Marky loves you. Okay? All right, sweetheart. Take care. Thanks for understanding. I appreciate it.